Everyone, I am back and today we are talking about Nasya oil. As we know in Ayurveda, daily routines are so important and they're the backbone of a Ayurvedic lifestyle. And while it's hard to keep up with all routines perfectly all day, every day, because it would be a full-time job, there's one routine that I personally try not to miss. It is Nasya oil. It is one of my favorite routines, and here I'll explain why. So, first of all, what is Nasya oil? It's a type of herbal oil used in Ayurvedic medicine, used in the nose. In Ayurveda, Nasya refers to the practice of applying medicinal oils, even powders or liquids, through the nostrils. The technique is believed to help cleanse the sinuses, clear blockages, and balance the body's doshas or constitutions. Nasya is the number one thing to treat or prevent conditions above the clavicle, so up here. So anything to do with the mind, the eyes, the sinuses, anything, the throat. So it's not just for nasal issues. Now, I have a couple of examples of Nasya oil I want to show you, and I'm not representing any one company, but first is this. It's called Super Nasya oil. Now, this one is really potent. It has extra eucalyptus oil, it has rose, um, it's in sesame oil, and some other herbs. Now, this is just one that I have of, I just have my own bottle and I filled it with ghee. You can also use sesame oil. Ghee can get um, solidified, so sometimes you will need to put it in some hot water to melt it. This is just another example of a nasi oil by Banyan. This is one actually directly from India. I can't read it. Talia is the oil. Lots of ingredients. And we'll unbox this thing here. So it comes in a 30 ml bottle, 1 ounce, and a little dropper. So those are some examples of a nasi oil. So it's typically made from a combination of herbs, such as bringaraj, brahmi, essential oils such as eucalyptus and lavender. These are all known for therapeutic properties. And they're in a base of sesame oil or coconut oil. But like I said, ghee alone can be used or infused with herbs like brahmi. Brahmi ghee is wonderful for the mind. And plain ghee is really good, especially for children. Now, what are the benefits of nasi oil? One is it supports our respiratory health, number one. It clears the nasal passages, helps clear congestion, open up the nasal airways, and is often used not to treat sinusitis, but kind of to prevent it, allergies, cold symptoms. It also moisturizes the nasal passages, preventing dryness and irritation, especially in dry climates or in winters. Think Vata time. It also promotes mental clarity. It's believed to enhance mental clarity and focus, and promote cognitive function and memory. And it just overall helps to balance Vata, Pitta, and Kapha doshas, but particularly addressing Vata imbalances, which are often associated with dryness and mental fog, but also Kapha conditions that lead to sinus issues. It can also help with headaches and migraines to alleviate or prevent them because they are soothing and anti-inflammatory, and they help to relieve pain, and especially pain associated with sinus pressure. Nasya use is believed to improve vision and eye health with regular use. Some formulations can soothe the eye area and help with dry eye, even when used in the nose. I mean, they're very close together. There is oil that is used directly in the eye, but that's a different topic. I mentioned, improvements with the mental aspect. It can reduce stress and anxiety, especially when used with calming herbs. It promotes a sense of relaxation and well-being. And I mentioned earlier, it can help clear out toxins and mucuses from the sinuses, which can help with chronic sinus issues and improve breathing. This is one of the reasons I love Nasya oil. I'm prone to sinus congestion and I'm kind of congested today a little bit. So I'll be demonstrating the use of this and I can't wait to use my Nasya oil today. Um, but if you actively have sinusitis, you want to hold off on using Nasya, but it is wonderful for prevention. Just a few cautions. If you have like an actual nasal condition or like I mentioned, sinusitis, or have sensitivity to certain herbs or essential oils, definitely hold off or ask an Ayurvedic practitioner. If you're pregnant, maybe check with a practitioner as well. And for children, children can be more sensitive and don't need as much. And it's Nasya actually should not be done in children less than 8 years old. But overall, it can be a valuable part of the Ayurvedic wellness routine, particularly for promoting respiratory health, mental clarity, and balancing your overall constitution. And it can be done every day. I do mine in the morning. You can also do it at night, at bedtime. It depends why you're using it and what you're going for, and maybe what herbs are in your formula. Um, you can also do it more intensely. So this would be more drops during a seasonal detoxification regimen. When I was in India doing panchakarma, they would definitely use a lot more drops, maybe 5 to 6 or 7 drops. But on a daily basis, 3 drops, maybe 5 max, but 2 to 3 drops. Now, if dropping oil in your nose is you're like, oh, I cannot do that. You can just clean your hands, use a pinky finger or even a Q-tip, and put the oil on that and gently massage the inside of the nostrils that way. This is how I also apply it to my children. I'll take a Q-tip and dip it in some ghee. Usually it's solidified, so I'll take a little chunk and then just gently rub the inside of their nostrils and it'll melt, right away as you're doing that. And then I'll have them breathe in. So with that, I'm going to demonstrate how to use Nasya oil. I'm going to choose the regular Nasya oil. And this can be a little bit tricky. So if you're doing it by yourself, you'll get the hang of it though. You can lie down and like when I first started doing Nasya oil, I would lie down on my bed with my head um, off the side of the bed. But I've learned how to do it sitting up too. So are you ready? So I'm just gonna get my dropper. I'm gonna tilt my head back. I'm gonna drop three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna sniff. Do it for like 30 seconds on each side. That is ideal. And then you just relax and let the oil take effect. If you find the oil is going down the back of your throat, maybe start with a less drops or start with the finger or Q-tip technique because that will also work well until you get the technique down. It takes a little getting used to. But this is one of my favorite routines. It's one I never miss, especially during allergy season, Vata season. Um, I'll always do my Nasya. And if I forget, I'm really disappointed. So I hope you found this helpful. And if you have any questions, please let me know.